Satellite acquired. Satellite uploaded. Friendly holds the satellite.
Hey, you're watching AFox, and today we are back on Advanced Warfare, and I'm actually enjoying it for a change. It's a bit of a love-hate relationship I've got going on with this game. Sometimes I enjoy playing it, mainly when I'm playing with other people, which is what I'm doing at the moment. Well, not specifically in these videos, but I am actually playing with my clan at the moment because it's Clan Wars, so I've been doing that, and that's always fun. The game's much more better, I think, playing with other people because you don't really care. Well, I personally don't care if I play good or bad when I'm playing with my friends. I just enjoy playing because I get to chat to people and it's quite funny and shit like that. So I've been enjoying it a little bit more at the moment because of that, and also because the new DLC maps are out and they're really cool, and I really enjoy playing on them because they look amazing and they're actually really fun. As you know, I do go on about that. I don't particularly like that these maps don't feel like they've got specific reasons and you can't really play in certain styles. Like there's not really a specific way that you feel you should play on a map. But with these 4 maps that have just came out, I feel like they've been worked on a little bit more. They feel like there's been effort and thought. I mean, obviously there's been effort put into all of the maps they've made, but I feel like these bunch are a little bit more thought out in terms of what's their reasoning, like what sort of game mode are they going to be used for, what sort of combat the map's made for, as opposed to the Havoc DLC maps, which they are pretty cool, but they don't feel like they're anything special. They don't feel like different. It just felt like a few maps that have been missing out of the original bunch or something. Whereas these maps feel like they're specifically made for certain game modes and stuff like that. This one in particular I think is really good for uplink and any game mode that's got like a capture point on it. So domination works really well as well on this map. It doesn't work so much on TDM because it's not really got it's no capture points, so you kind of here and there and everywhere, and this map's a little bit, it's a strange shape. It's kind of really exposed in the center area, and if you're not in the center area then you're pretty blind sight to most people because around the areas that are around the edge is quite difficult to see unless you're seeing what's in front of you or behind you. So this map's a little bit of a weird one, but it does look awesome for starts. I really do like the way it looks. It's pretty cool. And it also is really good for the grapple. And that's one of the main things I think that's really good about this DLC is the grapple. I personally wish that they had it on all of the maps because the grapple is so fun. This is going to sound really weird coming from me because I don't like the pace of the game and I always complain about how fast it is. And the grapple makes everything even faster. But it actually works really well. It kind of balances itself out, I feel. You see, what I mean by that, I don't really think that makes much sense when I say that. So I'll try and explain what I mean. With the exosuits, you can move forward, sideways, and you can double jump and then dash quickly to the left. And it's quite hard to track enemies at doing that. And you are still moving really fast across the map. Whereas with the grapple hook, you can move just as fast, probably even faster to be honest, but you're going in a straight line. You're going from point A to B and there's no stopping. Like you can't cancel your grapple hook, I don't think. I mean, I personally haven't figured out how to do it, so I don't think you can. And so you are literally just a target in the air when you are going from one point to another. Whereas when you're using your double jump and all that stuff, you can maneuver a lot easier and it's harder to track people. Whereas you might be moving just as fast or even faster across the map. But it is easy to actually spot enemies. So for that reason, I actually really do like it. And it means you can also get to different areas of the map that you couldn't necessarily get to on like beforehand, and that makes for some interesting gameplay, as well as the fact that you can actually hold on to the area that you grapple to. You probably would have seen by now a couple of times in this map that I grappled to the top of it on that big white pole, and you can stay there for a split amount of time and then you have to come down, but it's also really good for like jumping on your enemies and like making a quick attack. I think we're going to change them to the next map in a minute, but I just quickly wanted to mention the fact this map's got this like weird evolution or something, a bit like on Recovery, where this ground, the whole ground turns to like acidic water, so you can't actually walk on it, which really mixes up the gameplay because there's a massive bit underneath the map that you can walk into that's all covered in water, but you can't go onto any of that obviously when it's all like acidic. So it really changes the way that you use the map because you've got to use a grapple hook a lot more, and it also means half map restricted, so there's more chance you'll run into people. This is a different map. This one is called Perplex, I think this one is. It's a cool looking map, I'll give them that, but for gameplay it's actually really difficult. The main reason that I think this map's let down in terms of its gameplay is because of the shape of it. It's quite difficult to actually kill people on, and also can I just point out the fact that nothing interesting happened in this shot apart from the fact that my grappling hook was doing crazy things. Like, I'm not entirely sure if it's just this map, but from what I've experienced so far of playing on these maps, it's literally just this one that sends me flying ridiculously far across the map, like way further than I should possibly be able to get to, which is just crazy. So I don't know if it's just like the physics because of the shape of the buildings, it does like some weird reaction to the grapple hook, I don't know, but it was really weird. It keeps happening as well, so like, yeah. But what was I saying? Yeah, the fact that this map is particularly cool, like it's got a lot of different flaws to it, it does make it pretty hard to find people because they're either on the left side behind lots of different layers of boxes, which is effectively what we've got here. I mean, they're buildings, but they're just like a ton of boxes chucked on top of each other. And then you've got this really random areas like pointed out in the corners, and nobody really goes into them. There's the spawn points, but like I've never seen anyone in them. Like people are literally on that rooftop the whole time. So it's a bit of a weird map. I don't know, I don't really enjoy the gameplay too much, and it's also not really the best for domination. I'm not too sure about the other game modes. It might be pretty good for hardpoint. I have a feeling it could be good for that. But for domination, it definitely doesn't work too well because point B is on the top, right above, like right where my, well, actually no, it's because it's the opposite side now. But it is literally on the top, roughly to the right on this map, and it's like pretty easy to see point A and C as well. So whoever's got B captured has basically got all three because it's really easy to hold down all 3 points. Again, there was another example of how ridiculous the grapple hook is sometimes. And you can also kill people with it if you shoot them and you actually successfully hit them, which is quite cool. That's one of the really cool things that I like about the grapple hook as well. Just thought I'd add that one in there. But yeah, overall this map, it looks cool. It's quite an interesting idea, but I'm not entirely convinced that it works out too well for most game modes. And moving on to the next map, which is called Chop Shop. This is a really cool map. I'm gonna be honest, this is probably one of my favourites. And the reason for that being is because, unlike most of the maps, you can actually stay on one side, and it takes a while to get from point A to B. Like, wow, like amazing. Like all the other maps, you can just get anywhere so goddamn quick. But on this one, you actually sort of stick to your own spawn point. Admittedly, I was playing uplink in this match here, but I have played a bit of kill confirmed and a bit of TDM, and you do roughly stay on your own side of the spawn most of the time throughout the map. Which is pretty good and unusual for Advanced Warfare. I feel like you're constantly changing sides like all the goddamn time. But it is a pretty cool map for that, and I think this map's really good. It's diverse. That's what I'm trying to get at here. It's good for being diverse. Like, I found that it works really well for TDM and kill confirmed and stuff like that because you can get a good kill streak going. Me and my clanmates, we've all had our fair share of good kill streaks going on this map. I don't know if it's just because it's a pretty good size, or if it's because of the shape or the way that the cover works pretty well and it's easy to move around with your team and stuff like that. Or maybe it's just because me and my clan are just like MLG. I don't know, we're not really. I'm kidding. I wish we were. Well, actually, a couple of the people on our team are pretty badass like all the time, and it's really annoying because it means I get like 3 kills in every match and like 20 deaths. It's embarrassing. But the other reason this map is really diverse is because if you're playing a different game mode other than TDM and kill confirmed, where you don't really have a specific target, the map is so much more open as opposed to what it is when you're just having main combat. Because like when you've got an objective such as like here with hardpoint, here with uplink, you want to move around the map as quickly as possible without being in combat, so you want to kind of go around the edges of the map. So it opens it up and makes it more exposed, which is why I think this map's really well designed. And that's one of the reasons that I really like this, because it is diverse and it feels different each time you play it. And I think we should just take a moment to realise how retarded I am here. Look, I can't even get through it. I don't have a clue why. But this is the next map, and it's called Site 244. It's a pretty large map. It's quite wide and quite high. It's a little bit difficult to get around. On domination, it's not really the greatest, because one of the point B is in the middle here, just in the ledge to the right, and it's kind of an odd place for it. It's really easy and exposed, so it's hard to actually defend. And this center point is where most of the action happens. It's a cool map. It's really good for the grappling hook. I feel like that is what this map's been designed purposely for, as opposed to anything else, which is kind of good, I guess, because they've made the game mode specifically for the grapple hook, which if they didn't do that, then the grapple would be totally useless. But yeah, that's basically everything there is to show you. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be back soon, but until next time, bye!